if you're addicted to crack right now, just come up with something like a pillow and sell the shit out of it, and you'll probably be fine.
Yeah. If you're addicted to crack right now and you feel like you have no hope, just come up with an idea and build it into a $500 million business. That's really all you have to do to become not addicted to crack.
Welcome to the DeSoto Approach with Jake and Logan.
Well, I don't know if you would call them aliens. Maybe they're not called.
Let's go.
All right, bud, we're recording.
We're live.
Episode 11
episode
of the DeSoto
11,
Approach.
baby. All right. What do we got today, Log?
What we were talking about earlier, before we started this, I want to know what this whole Kohl's conspiracy is.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're wearing a shirt, and I have almost the exact same shirt that I got from Kohl's. And I have a conspiracy. I think Kohl's is not a Ponzi scheme, I guess, but so Kohl's has semi-nice clothing, right? Like, you think of Kohl's, it's kind of nice. It's a little, it's not super cheap. It's not super nice. But some of the stuff there is kind of expensive, but you never pay full price at Kohl's. Have you ever paid full price? Do you shop at Kohl's ever?
Yeah, I go to Kohl's. There's always a deal or something. It's just a fucking
every
mind game.
single time, dude. And the stuff there isn't that nice. You think it's kind of nice because it's a $40 t-shirt. And you're like, oh, this must be a decently nice t-shirt. But you don't pay $40 for it. There's always a deal going. I got 2 t-shirts and a pair of boots. And it was supposed to be $180 worth of shit. Because the boots were a $100 pair of boots or whatever. And the 2 t-shirts were $40 a piece. And I paid $35 for all 3 of them. And I was like, how is this happening? So I go up to checkout, and she's like, oh, for shoes, if you go on the website, we have this promo code and this coupon. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do the promo code. I don't want to do the coupon, whatever. And so I was like, oh, it's going to be so much bullshit tattooed there. She goes, no, literally, do you have an iPhone? I was like, yeah. She's like, if you just pull up the website and it's on the front page, I'll just scan it and you get 50% off your shoe. All the shoes are just 50% off. I was like, what the fuck? So I literally just typed in Kohl's.com and went to it. And she goes, yeah, it was on the home page. She would just scan the barcode, fucking $50 off right there. And then she goes, oh, yeah, the shirts from the section I got them, I guess. They're yeah, they're just 2 for 1 right now. Or all the shirts are 2 for 1. So I paid it was probably $50 or $60 for all this shit. And I was like, dude, I just got $180 worth of stuff for $60.
Yeah, but is it really $180 worth of stuff?
No, because it's a fucking Ponzi scheme at Kohl's, dude. They make you think that it's nicer. None of it's that nice. I guess that shirt that I have, I've had it for a while. I like it. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's a decently nice shirt, but it's not a fucking $50 shirt, dude. Or $40 shirt or whatever it was.
You can get quality clothes there, but it's just it's all a marketing play. They'll put the original price.
Yeah.
Air quotes, original price. And really, they probably didn't pay any, they probably never sell it for the actual price.
No.
They probably just do cycles.
Their return policy is you can just return anything you've ever bought there, no matter how much you've worn it, and just get full. I think it's just in-store credit. I don't think they'll give you money back.
Probably,
but you can just buy a fucking t-shirt membership at Kohl's, dude.
Yeah.
You can just buy a t-shirt, wear it for a year, go return it and exchange it for a new version of that same t-shirt a year later, and they fucking won't charge you for it, dude.
It's got sweat stains and shit all over it, and they're
yeah, I don't think they care. I don't think it matters.
No.
And you don't even have to have your receipt, I don't think. Maybe you do, but they're very lenient on the return stuff there, I think.
Yeah, and they probably make. So those credit cards that they have, it's called a Kohl's card, which, if you're financially responsible, it's kind of a good deal if you shop there a lot because you can get a lot of a bunch of discounts and shit. But it's people don't realize it's a fucking credit card. It's actually it's a legit credit card. So if you don't pay it in full, you're gonna get charged a fuckload of interest on that. like on that actual card. And I feel like they make a ton of money off of people who don't actually realize that.
They probably do, dude. Just like regular credit cards. That's how regular credit cards make a bunch of money.
Yeah. It's insane how easy it is to just get credit somewhere. Like just go like buy anything. Like you can buy anything.
Which is good for smart people. But bad for
if you use it
people
right,
that don't understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, not to buy a fucking t-shirt that you're going to pay back next month. Like
Dude,
for like houses and, you know, businesses, things like that, it's smart. But
yeah, exactly. That's like that Robert Kiyosaki guy. He said the first rental property he ever bought was $18,000. This was also like in the fucking 70s. You can't buy a property for $18,000 now. But it was $18,000. And he had to put a 10% down payment on it, which is $1,800. And he said he just used a credit card. He just put it on a credit card. And he said how much he would pay for rent each month on it was less than his payments for his credit card, like for the debt on his credit card. So he just fucking got that whole thing for free. Like he didn't put any real money into it. He just put it on a credit card and then rented it out to somebody. So they paid off the fucking credit card debt and the payments on his like mortgage or whatever for it. Like that's how you use credit smartly. He never fucking paid a penny, dude.
Yeah. Well, a lot of those guys will say
$0.
Yeah, a lot of those guys will say that, but something they fail to mention is that you're accepting that risk. Like you're putting like you're taking the financial risk and it's all on your name. So
yeah,
like,
100%.
Although it is a very smart move, they never talk about that. They never say like if this goes sideways, I'm fucked. But how do you I want to know what makes you think Kohl's is a Ponzi scheme?
Dude, it's just bullshit. Kohl's is it's not a Ponzi scheme. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a Ponzi scheme. It's just some sort of fucking bullshit scheme. They're lying to you. Kohl's is lying to you. Kohl's is the enemy, Logan. Also, how do they like I don't know. Why does it benefit them to just let you return anything? I feel like they get some sort of tax write-offs on return stuff, right? I feel like they're just really I don't know.
I think it's all
They're
about
definitely finding
some
fucking backdoor loopholes, dude. Kohl's
I think it's honestly I honestly think it's just about foot traffic, like getting people into their store to buy more shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But another conspiracy that makes me think of is, dude, mattress firm. Yeah. Have you heard about the conspiracy about Mattress Firm?
Yeah, you were telling me about it.
Dude, it's fucking insane. Dude, you're going to notice a shitload of mattress firms everywhere you go now. And I can't fucking figure it out. I was in Florida. When I was in Florida, I saw probably 4 or 5 mattress firms in a 2-block radius. There's no way they're selling that many fucking mattresses, dude. You got to think you buy a mattress, and most people, how long does a mattress last? Like what, 4 or 5 years? I've had mine for about
10 years, right?
Yeah, maybe longer. I mean, if you're trying to save more money, but that doesn't leave a lot of room to be selling mattresses. If everyone's keeping the same mattress for 4 or 5 years, why do you need that many storefronts?
Well, that's like cars. Everybody has a mattress. Not everybody has a car. Like Gilly used to sell cars, and he was like, dude, you'd be surprised how many people are just fucking buying cars all the time.
That's true. That is true. Like,
yeah,
how many cars they just sell every day?
Yeah, a shit ton. Like, he's like, dude, people are just coming in all day buying cars. Where are these people coming from? Well, most of them obviously aren't real, but there's people just buying cars every day, dude.
Yeah, cars, mattresses. Fuck, dude.
I think there's just
and they're putting it on
many
credit.
People, dude.
Yeah.
Put it on that Kohl's card, baby.
Hell yeah, go buy a car with a Kohl's card. It's only like 27,000% interest. Or something.
Yeah, what is the interest rate on a Kohl's card?
Not that high, but it's really
Oh,
fucking
no, it's
high.
not 27,000%.
Dude. Let's start a fucking retail chain and sell a credit card with 27,000% interest rate.
Dude, this makes me think, the Mattress Firm thing makes me think of the MyPillow guy, though, because we were talking about this. I am obsessed with the MyPillow guy, Mike Lindell, because he's a legitimately insane person. Like, he's currently still campaigning to, like, exposed that there was voter fraud in the 2020 election, that Trump still should have won and is still the current president. Like, he's full-blown fucking QAnon, dude. And it's so funny because that guy was, like, legitimately, like, a homeless crack addict and then had a dream. Dude, had a dream about making a pillow and started the My Pillow company. And now he's worth, like, $300 million, dude. That's so fucking funny to me. That's the most American story of all time.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast on it because I know you were talking about him, and he was saying that he had a dream about the pillow, and then he went to his daughter and was like, "Okay, hear me out. I have an idea." A pillow company.
By the way, he was on crack. He was legitimately on crack.
Just imagine you're just sitting there in some crack. Like he specifically says
crackhead idea of all time. Let's start a pillow company.
Yeah, he said specifically. I make sure to use the term crack. Like, I was on crack. I wasn't doing coke. I wasn't, doing. No, I was a fucking crackhead, like a legitimate crackhead. Like, I'd buy $5 worth of crack for $100.
Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious just picturing that guy coming up to you, like if you're his son or daughter. He just goes, "I got the perfect idea," and this guy's just fucking off the wall nuts. And it just turns, dude. And then the fact that it just turns out to be a 300. I mean, probably more than a $300 million company.
Yeah,
probably bigger
he's
than
worth
that.
$300 million.
But,
yeah,
that's absolutely mind blowing.
And he's like full blown QAnon, like I said, like legitimately thinks the election was stolen. Like,
he's gonna put 300,000 people in jail.
300 million. He said.
300 million. Yeah, the whole United States.
He's got enough evidence to put every man, woman, and child in this goddamn country in prison. But I was telling you this. So he interviewed Trump a couple months ago, and I was trying to find it. I was like, dude, I have to watch this interview. That has to be the most entertaining interview. These two fucking dorks going in an interview. And so you couldn't find it on YouTube. Like, he's banned off of fucking everything. Mike Lindell is. And I mean, Trump's banned off Twitter and like Facebook and stuff. So you can't find it anywhere. I had to find this shady, like, hardcore right wing. It was literally called like redvoicemedia.com. And it's like this shitty website. And before you could watch the video, like, I hit click and like an ad pops up, and it was a poll, and it was just, should we trust Dr. Anthony Fauci? And you have to vote yes or no. And I just clicked on it. I just like clicked no or whatever. And it pops up and it shows the results. It's like 97% of the people voted no on that poll. I was like, oh, the demographic of this website
we know where we're at
right. Here. Yeah, no shit. And the whole interview was just about how, like, just election fraud shit. Like, it's just so funny, dude. But you have to be like a full-blown insane person to just think that you could start a pillow company like that.
Yeah, that's the flip side of it, right? Like, no normal person is gonna be like, I have an idea, a pillow company. Like, that's insane, dude. There's a million fucking pillows out there.
He had an idea for the most comfortable pillow of all time.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even like a unique idea, right? It wasn't even a unique idea. It was like, a pillow.
Yeah, didn't change it. He just makes pillows. Like,
but it's the best. He just added on to the end of that. It's the greatest pillow of all time. The most comfortable pillow of all time. That's hilarious.
And it's like a massive company now.
I mean, it's similar to like how we're starting the most professional podcast of all time. Like, podcast isn't an original idea, but to have the most professional podcast.
Yeah, that's true. We're like the Mike Lindell of the podcast world. Next week, we got the fucking QAnon guy with the helmet. He's coming on the show next week.
Yeah. Yep, we got them all coming in. That's funny. Dude, I love stories like that. Like, we should definitely talk more about, like, just crazy business success stories like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so interesting to me. Like, I got into it a little bit yesterday, and have you heard the story about the guy who started Starbucks?
Kind of.
Like, if you read it, dude, I didn't know this, but apparently Starbucks, his name, I wrote it down. His name's Howard Schultz, and he's the one who started Starbucks, but I didn't know this. And in this video yesterday, he was talking about how Starbucks was already a company before he like even got into the coffee business, and he just got a job at Starbucks, and there was like 4 people working there, and it was just a small town coffee shop. And later on down the road, he went to Italy and like noticed all these like fancy coffee shops that Italy had. So he brought back all these ideas to like these people that he worked for at Starbucks, and they basically told him, no, like, this is dumb. Like, no one would like this here in America. And he's like, okay. So he quit and started a company,
Also
coffee
called
company.
Starbucks?
He didn't call it Starbucks. It was called something else. And started a coffee company, and he went over, he got it off the ground a little bit, and he went, he went to hundreds of investors, and every single one of them basically told him that no one would buy a coffee for that much money. Like, no one cares about coffee that much. And he was dead set on the idea, like, people fucking want gourmet coffee, dude. Like, this is where we're heading.
Right.
And he eventually got the funding, and it just blew up. It was like an Italian name for a coffee shop. And the original Starbucks went out of business, like went bankrupt. So he bought that Starbucks and then changed the name of his coffee company because he liked the name so much.
That's a fucking baller move.
Yeah, he bought the company that he used to work for.
That's a big time baller move.
Yeah, and then changed his company name to Starbucks. And then, rest is history, obviously. It's the biggest fucking coffee company in the world.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that he worked for a company called Starbucks, and then that had no affiliation to the actual Starbucks that he started.
Just like the name. Dude, that's so fucking wild. I listened to a podcast like with his son on it, and he was like kind of, because they're from Seattle, right? Starbucks is originally from Seattle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine being the son of the guy that started Starbucks. Like, what do you do?
Nothing.
Right? I always think about that. Like, what if you're like Michael Jordan's kid? Like, that kind of sucks almost, right? Like, it's cool because Michael Jordan's your dad, but like, you're never, even if you make it to the NBA, like, you're never going to be as good. Like, I think about that like with LeBron's kid all the time because he's really fucking good for like being a high school basketball player.
Yeah.
But even if he makes it to the NBA, like, he's never going to be as good.
Yeah, like, he could be an average NBA player for 10 years, and it's like...
Yeah.
It's like not that crazy, because you're like, oh, well, it's LeBron's kid. Even though what he just did is very impressive. Like, he literally went to the fucking NBA.
There's like a 1 in a million chance you make it to the NBA. Like, everyone's like, yeah, but it's LeBron James' kid. Like,
yeah. Dude, LeBron James' kid's probably going to be playing in the Netaverse with an N.
Shit. Dude, that was fucking cool, the Netaverse thing. Also, we are moving the podcast to the Metaverse. We're going to be the first podcast in the Metaverse. We don't fucking know how yet, but we are getting into the Metaverse with this show.
Yeah. You're going to have to buy an Oculus just to watch this show in the Metaverse.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
So it's only going to cost you like $600 to watch our show.
Dude, I don't even know how you would do that. I don't understand how the Metaverse works still. I've looked into it a lot, and I don't know what it is. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, my thinking was, how Mark Zuckerberg did that video of him like at a desk, like in a conference room in the Metaverse?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be kind of like that. Like, we'd make like a podcast studio instead of a conference room.
And just be in there?
And we'd chill in the Metaverse podcast studio.
It's going to be the fucking most professional podcast in the Metaverse.
Oh, for sure.
In real life and in the Metaverse, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt at all.
Dude, also, I wanted to talk about, I sent you this the other day, the kid that ran a marathon on TikTok Live. Did you watch the end of that?
I didn't watch the end, but I just opened it up and I was dying, dude. He was literally just running in circles in his living room.
I randomly came across a TikTok, and it was this kid that was like, he was in his bedroom and he had an Apple Watch, and he like walked around the room to see how far it was, and he did the math on it, and he's like, if I walk around my room like 3,257 or I don't know what it was, however many times, he's like, then that's technically, he's like, that's 26.5 miles. He's like, that's a marathon. And he's like, you're telling me I can't fucking go around my room 3,000 times? Like, that's not hard. He's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna get on TikTok Live and do it. And I was like, no way. And I went to check to see if he did it, and he was in the middle of it. It was like, he was like 13 miles, or not 13, he was like 11 or 12 miles in at the time when I clicked on the live, and I was like, holy shit, he might like do it, whatever. He's just fucking walking around it. He's like kind of half jogging around his bedroom. And I checked in like fucking 3 hours later, and he was at like 20 miles or maybe a little farther. He was like 24, 25. And I was like, holy shit. And I kept checking in, and he fucking did an entire marathon in his room, like just walking in fucking circles around his room and on TikTok Live. And it had like fucking 20 million, like 27 million likes on it and shit. It was fucking crazy. And he was dead after he did it. But it took him like 7 hours to do it because it's in his room. He's just walking in a fucking tiny circle in his bedroom.
Dude, the mental grind of that is insane.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
You're just running in the same spot. It's like running it's basically like doing it on a treadmill. Like you're just in the same spot. You're not like out.
Dude.
Like when you run it outside, you're like running past things, and like it's a different environment everywhere you're at. So it's like,
and he was not going fast at all. It took him 7 hours to do it. That's so long. Imagine doing that for 7 fucking hours.
Dude, he's probably still hurting right now.
Oh, yeah.
Can't imagine he feels good.
But I love that he was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, I could do that. You tell me I can't walk around my room 3,000 times? And he just fucking got on TikTok Live and did it.
How does that even like spark? How does it? You always see people do crazy shit like that, and you're like, I always wonder how they get that idea. Like what was it just, you think it was just him and his friends shooting the shit, and he's like, dude, I bet I could run a fucking marathon in my bedroom.
Yeah, like, I think he just like was measuring, because on your Apple Watch it'll track like how far it is or whatever, and he's like, oh, this is like, he must have walked around like one time and figured it out, and then just did the math on it like as a joke to see. And then he's just like, dude, there's no way I can't just walk around this room 3,000 times.
Yeah.
Like it's so short when you break it into like little tiny increments like that. Like you're like, you walk around it one time. You're like, dude, I could fucking do this all day. Because you can. Like, dude, it's not that hard to run a marathon. Like, we fucking have done it. Like, it's not that hard, honestly. Like, it fucking sucks, but like, you can just do it. Just keep going.
Yeah, it's hard in the moment. You know what I mean? It's hard in the moment. It is hard.
Kind of,
in the moment.
But like, you can just do it.
In the grand scheme of things, like in the grand scheme of your whole life and everything around us, it's not that hard. But in the moment, that day, when you're out there running, it's fucking hard.
For sure it's hard.
But like, compared to a lot of other things.
So many people are like, oh, I could never do that. Like, dude, just fucking don't. Like, you can run, right? Then just don't stop for like fucking 4 hours.
You can.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, just keep going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at me and you. We're not like built like fucking runners.
No.
We're well over 200 pounds.
Yeah, I weighed 217 pounds when we ran it in October. Like,
yeah.
That's a lot.
It's not like we're built like runners. Like, people are always like, yeah, I'm not a runner. Well, now you aren't, because you just said that. Like, you can run.
Yeah.
Unless you're like 600 pounds, maybe not. You might not be able to.
Yeah, maybe. And I get
any
like
average
not even
person
running
that can run could do it.
Yeah. And dude, you don't even have to run the whole time. Like, you can just go 26 miles. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, I was pretty fucked after it, to be honest. But I ran like the whole thing. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Just keep going. Dude, there was like a fucking, I got done, and there was this like 40-year-old guy. He's just a dad. Like, the most dad. He had like a 4-year-old daughter. Like, she was that thing. I was talking to him for a bit. And like, he just has a fucking dad bod. Like I said, he's like probably 40 years old. And I was talking to him, and like, I am in significantly, looked like I was in significantly better shape than this guy. I was like, oh, this guy probably, like, I'd been done for like 15 minutes. And I was kind of talking, I was like, oh, this guy probably just finished. And I was asking him like, oh, how long did you take? He's like, yeah, I just ran like right over 4 hours. Like, dude, I ran like 4 hours and 40 minutes. He beat me by like 40 minutes.
Oh my God.
Like, it's crazy the people that are doing it. We saw the one guy that had ran like 500 marathons in his life at the Des Moines one.
Yeah.
And he was like a fucking 60-year-old guy. Maybe he was older. I don't know.
I bet he was older, dude.
Yeah, he probably just looks good because he's ran 500 marathons in his life.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand, like, not wanting to run, like, if you don't want to run a marathon, because, like, if you don't do it right, you can hurt yourself. But to say you can't do it, like,
and it's not
physically
it's not
capable
good
of
for
doing
you,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Like, doing a marathon is not good for you.
Yeah. But, like, but to say it's not physically possible is just, you're straight up lying to yourself, because you could. Like, anyone could.
Yeah.
Dude, Mike Lindell. You think Mike Lindell could run a marathon?
Dude, Mike Lindell had a fucking dream about a pillow.
Yeah,
and he
could
turned
run
that
a
dream
marathon
into a reality, like a goddamn American. And now he's worth $300 million.
Yeah. Oh, you don't think the Starbucks CEO or former CEO could run a marathon? I bet he fucking could.
Dude, Mike Lindell could run a marathon. Mike Lindell could run a marathon tomorrow.
Oh. Yeah,
Mike
if he gets some of that good meth that he used to be on, he could probably run a marathon tomorrow.
No, dude, he's on crack.
Oh, yeah. Crack.
You do enough
even better.
crack, you could probably do a marathon. He was up for like 2 weeks straight at one point, he said.
Yeah. And then, like, his friends had to be like, dude, you need to stop. You need to sleep.
They did. His, like, dealer. Nobody would sell him crack in, I don't know what city he's from. Like, he couldn't find anybody. His dealer was like, don't sell to this guy. Yeah. Maybe Minneapolis? I don't know. That's wild, though.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, well, what else we got today?
Our TikTok about Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
It's starting to get a lot of views. It has like 14 or 15,000 views, and I'm starting to see a lot of comments of people that are like, dude, you're so ignorant, like you don't know anything about Joel Osteen. So I'm like, you know what, fuck you, motherfucker. So I went and I was doing some Googling on this Joel Olstein. I'll call him Olstein just to piss everyone off.
Yeah, people kept commenting that on the video. I didn't notice you were saying that.
I know, I was saying it wrong the whole time, but he was on Oprah, and he claims that they're a nonprofit, right? So they're a church, they're a nonprofit, they don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
But they fail to mention the fact that he funnels everyone from the church to his website, where he makes over $50 million a year on book deals, on books and speaking engagements. So
Holy
he's
shit.
not.
So
like,
he's not making
like,
money from the church. It's on like
everyone's like,
gigs.
oh yeah, I don't make a salary. I don't make a salary from the church. Well, yeah, you don't make a salary from the church, but you make $50 million fucking dollars a year on books.
That's like what we were talking about, like with politicians. Like Hillary Clinton gets paid like $200,000 to go speak for a bunch of like executives at Chase Bank for like an hour-long speech. It's
like I don't see much of a
what
difference.
Is she saying that they're paying her $200,000 to speak for an hour, dude?
Yeah, like I don't see much of a difference between Hillary Clinton and Joel Osteen.
Yeah, Joel Osteen hasn't killed anybody. Actually, dude, maybe. You think Joel Osteen won't put you in the fucking dirt, dude?
Dude, do you know who Kenneth Copeland is?
No, I think I've heard of him, but I don't know who he is.
He's he's like another mega church leader.
The old guy that said he can't be with all the demons when he flies on public planes.
Dude, that's the most bullshit thing I ever heard. Yeah, he straight up said he can't fly commercial because he doesn't want to be with all the demons on the plane.
I don't either when I fucking fly commercial. That's why I fly private.
That's so fucking funny, dude. That's so hilarious. It's so hilarious that there's millions of people that just, yep, I believe him.
Dude, but like you were saying, like I watched like a video of Joel Osteen the other day, And like the way he talks and like his cadence and like it's hypnotizing, dude. And like the what he's talking about, like you're like, yeah, I can get on board with this, dude. Like I don't know, it's just crazy. It's crazy how much like impact like just one like charismatic person like that can have. Like these millions of people are like buying his books and like you said, going to his website and doing all this shit, or like just listening to his sermons every week. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's so interesting to me, shit like that.
It's like Donald Trump. It's no different than like, dude. It's like we were talking on the last episode. There's just like people that have that, like they have that, like thing in their brain or something. There's something about them that people just gravitate towards.
It's just people that are just so full of shit.
Do you think it's like something you're born with, or do you think it's something that they like?
Dude,
learn?
I think both. Like it's like they say, like there's people that are never gonna be LeBron James. Like Kevin Hart was never gonna play in the fucking NBA. He's never like LeBron James was born being that athletic, but if he would have never played basketball, he wouldn't be good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like something you're kind of born with. But if you watch like, because like The Rock is another person like that. Like he is like the most fucking charismatic person ever. If you watch like early interviews with The Rock, he's so quiet and like reserved and like a completely different person. It's like he probably still had that, but he just didn't. He wasn't good at it yet. He wasn't like how he is now. If you watch The Rock in an interview now, you're like, dude, The Rock's the fucking coolest guy ever. But if you watch him like 20 years ago, at the beginning of his career, like everyone hated The Rock. Like he was like in the WWE. Yeah. All the fans didn't like him. And then he just like fucking turned around. And now he's like the most loved guy in the fucking world. So I think you kind of are born with it. Like it's something you kind of have, but you can develop. Like you can get better at it. Like, I don't know. It's so
there's like there's like a subset of people that have the capability of being like that. But there's a very small subset of those people that actually develop it. Like actually
it's like anything. Like I said, like professional athletes. Like, dude, I know a guy that's fucking 7 feet tall. He doesn't play in the NBA.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can be born with like natural gifts, but you still have to develop them to be good. Like, how many guys are so fucking good at sports and then they just burn out because they don't give a shit? Like, they don't try. They're naturally gifted, but they like go into the NFL and like burn out in a year or two. Like, how many like first round draft picks in the NBA like pan out in the NBA? Not that many. Like a lot of them aren't that good.
No.
But I don't know.
Did you watch the games this last weekend?
The
football
playoff games? Yes. Some of them. I watched the Bills game. Holy shit, the Bills. Did you watch that? The Bills Patriots game?
I watched like the first part of it and then I was like, I don't want to watch the rest of this.
They scored a touchdown every time they had the ball. They're fucking
really?
Yeah, they scored they had the ball 7 times. Every drive, they scored a touchdown. It's like the only time that's ever happened. I don't know. They don't know if that's ever even like happened before.
Holy crap.
Josh Allen had more touchdown passes than he had incomplete passes.
Dang.
He was like 21 for 25, but he had 5 touchdown passes, dude.
Yeah, I bet on the Patriots to win that one, so that was a quick bet that went down the drain.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, dude, the funniest bet that I've made was when I didn't, because Mitch always tells you, your roommate Mitch always tells you not to, like, he's like, because he's a huge Iowa Hawkeyes fan, and he goes to Logan, he's like, hey, look, I don't care if you bet on the Hawks, just don't tell me, because he's like superstitious about it. And then the one day I just come in, I just fucking kick open the door. I just go, just threw $25 on the Hawks minus 11.5 against Purdue.
And he just
goes, God damn it. And then they just got blown out by Purdue.
Yeah, that's the only reason they lost is because he said that.
Oh my God, dude. That's so funny, though. Mitch was just like, God damn it.
That's hilarious. Dude, do you ever think that you have like, I feel like we're all over the place in this podcast, but I just thought.
Yeah, that's all right, dude. It's the most fucking professional podcast in the world. We move on, dude.
Dude, do you ever think that you have, sometimes I feel like I have some kind of like, you're going to think I'm fucking crazy for saying this.
All right.
Just let me finish. Just let me finish. Sometimes I feel like I have company? Like, all right, blankets. Start a blanket company.
a blanket company? Was this really
No.
what you were gonna say? Oh
No. So sometimes I feel like I have psychic ability,
Okay.
and this is why. So we were at the casino, and dude,
Wait,
swear
before
to
you
God-
finish this story, you just told me you lost like $100 at the casino this week.
Okay, I know. But
I think I have
You have to
psychic
let me-
but I went in and I was like, I'm gonna lose money today, and then I did.
you tell me.
Fuck. Shit.
Hey,
all
you
right.
tell
All
me.
right.
But I was playing craps. I was on this like craps machine, and I was just playing this. I was playing a pretty conservative strategy, and I swear every single time I look, so you can. It's like 31-1 odds if you bet on like double sixes or snake eyes.
Yeah.
Those two. And I would bet my bet over here, and then I'd look over. Dude, I swear it happened like 10 times. I would look over at those bets, and I'd be like, fuck, it's going to roll double. It's going to roll snake eyes. It's going to roll snake eyes. And then I would be like, oh, fuck, never mind. And I'd pass on it. And then it would roll a fucking snake eyes that time right after. So I would have won like $120. And I did that probably like 10 times. And I'm just like fucking in my head, dude. That's why the casinos suck. Because you're just in your head the whole time. You're like, fuck, if I did this, I would have done this. I felt like that to the max when we were there.
That's
I
why
was
it's
like,
always
dude,
people that just don't give a fuck that win a bunch of money at the casinos.
true. Yeah. I swear, at least 10 times. At least 10 times I fucking looked at it and then passed on betting on it, and then it rolled that the next fucking time. I don't know.
Dude, do they have because they have the horse races. Oh, duh, they're not doing them right now. It's fucking winter.
Yeah.
They weren't doing them right. But
They
they have the
do that
horse
in the
races
summer.
there, right? At Prairie
Yeah,
Meadows.
they do that quite a bit in the summer.
Dude, at the one in Dubuque, they have the dog races. Have you been to that? Did we go to that one time?
I never went with you, but you've talked about it.
It's pretty cool. It's kind of sad, I think. I don't know. I don't know if they like mistreat the dogs. If they're like nice to them, because these dogs are probably worth a fuck ton of money.
Oh yeah.
Like
if they're
I
making
feel
a lot
like-
of money off them, yeah.
Yeah, but so I don't know if they mistreat them. It's fucked up. I feel like they probably treat them nice though. You know what I mean? Like the dogs in the fucking dog shows. Like that's got to be the sickest life. They pamper the fuck out of those dogs.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I feel like these dogs, like greyhounds, like they like running. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into that, but it's fucking fun to watch. And I went with my mom and my mom's boyfriend Scott one time, and we were just kind of like drinking, sitting there watching it, and we're like making, because the betting on it's kind of confusing. We'd never like done it before, and it's like weird like betting stuff. I don't know. And so Scott just gives me $20, and he goes, "Hey, here's $20. Go put this on this super bet or whatever of this dog, this dog, this dog, and this dog." And I go, okay. So I go up to the lady at the fucking kiosk and I go, "Hey, I want to put 20 on the super bet on this dog, this dog, this dog, and this dog." And she goes, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And I go, "The fuck? Who are you gonna tell me I can't bet? Like, yeah, I want to do that."
Yeah.
Like, she looked at me like I was a fucking idiot. I'm like, "Fuck you! Like, I want to put the $20, whatever." And I was just like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Okay," and takes it and like gives me the little slip or whatever. And then we go out and we're watching it, and then we're like looking at what that bet was, and it was like you bet those 4 dogs to finish in that order, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the odds on it are so fucking crazy. It's like 10,000 to 1 odds or whatever. I don't remember, not that much, but like most people bet like 10-cent bets on it. If you bet 10 cents, you win like $100. So we would have won like fucking $28,000 if that bet would have hit. And we had no idea. The lady was like, "Why would you bet $20 on this? We would have won fucking 27 grand if that bet if they would have finished." Because like the odds on it are so crazy. Like you said, it's like 4. Like
Yeah.
you pick 3, 6, 1, and 7 to finish first, second, third, and fourth in like that exact order. And we just
Yeah.
had no idea. And we were fucking dying laughing for like 20 fucking minutes after we realized how fucking stupid of a bet that was.
It like printed off the sheet and it said total payout 28 grand, and you guys are like, "Oh, maybe we're not gonna win."
No, I
this."
don't remember how we figured it out. We were like looking at, because it would have like weird ways to explain it. Like it would be like a 10-cent bet wins. It was like 100 and I don't remember what it was, $100 something. And I was like, oh, I didn't like understand that after print off. So we're like, fuck, and we did the math on it. And it was like $27,000 that we would have won.
That's insane. Have you
weird
seen that
guy.
video? Have you seen that video of the guy in Vegas who like put his entire life savings on, I think it was on black in roulette?
No.
He won like
Fucking
let me look
Vegas Dave.
it up. No, let me look
Do you
up
remember
how much
that
it
thing I
was.
sent you?
Yeah. Savings.
Dude, Vegas Dave. I gotta tell this story. Vegas Dave. I sent Logan this thing. It was like an ad that I got on Instagram, and I sent it to you. This was like a couple years ago, but it was this guy, and his name is just Vegas Dave. And he goes, "I'm Vegas Dave, and this is my story," or whatever. And he's like, he was dropped out of college, and then he took out $27,000 in student loans, and flew to Vegas. And he goes, "I put it all on red." And it hit, and I built a fucking empire. Imagine taking out $27,000 in student loans and just fucking betting it on a 50. It's not even 50-50, technically. It's less. But it hit. And he's like, and I built a fucking empire. And apparently he's like banned from a bunch of casinos because he's so good at like sports gambling or some shit. I don't know, but he's worth like tens of millions of dollars from just gambling shit. His name is literally Vegas Dave.
Dude, that guy has some nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, this video, I just looked it up. He bet this guy sold everything he owns and drove to Vegas and put $136,000 on red.
Did he
And
hit?
he fucking hit it, dude.
What a fucking God damn. Imagine doing that.
You have to be
That's
just
so
ready to
wild.
die at that point. If you're going to do
Yeah,
that,
dude.
you just have to be ready to just die. Like, if you don't hit that, what do you do?
Yeah, you're just fucked. What, like, why did he do that?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says this guy sold everything he owned and drove to Vegas and put it all on. Dude, you got to respect the ballsiness of it, though. Like, that's... People are so fucking surprising. People do the craziest shit.
That's insane. You have to just be... Yeah, like you said, you just got to be ready to fucking die. Fuck it. Everything I've ever worked for, gone.
Yeah.
He sold his house.
He must have. $136K? I bet it was... he got a portion of his house, yeah. He probably had a loan on the rest of it, but... That's insane, dude.
Fuck. All right, what else we got?
I don't know, bud.
I don't know. We
Coming
might
to
wrap
Dubuque
up. We're
this
40
weekend.
minutes in. Huh?
Coming to Dubuque this weekend.
Oh, yeah, we're doing a live episode this weekend. We're going to be together, baby. Or not live, I guess, but...
In person, we're going to do an in-person episode,
Yeah.
hopefully. And then
Yeah.
we're going to go on TikTok live and stir some shit up.
Oh, yeah. What are we going to do for it?
I
When
say
are we going to do
one
it?
of two
Saturday
things.
night? Or Friday night? We'll figure it out.
Probably
One
Friday
of-
night because we're going to
Friday
a wedding
night?
on Saturday. But
Oh, who's wedding?
I have one of Kyla's friends. I can't
Oh.
remember who it was. But I'm guessing we won't be there that long. So it's not like we're probably only going to go for like an hour and then we'll
Oh, I gotcha.
come meet you guys wherever you're at. But I say we do one of two things. We either do like something super controversial that's not going to get us banned, obviously, off of TikTok, and then just like argue with people, or like you said, like get drunk and just
I
turn
like
it
a
on
drunk
and see
questions.
what
Like people
happens.
ask questions on there, like on the chat, and we'll answer them.
Yeah.
We don't have enough followers though. I don't know how many people will see it and like
Yeah.
comment on it.
I don't know if it gets like pushed out to people that don't follow us or how that works. So
Yeah,
On
because I don't
TikTok Live.
follow any of the people that I see on my lives. Like when I'm
That's
just
true,
scrolling
yeah.
through.
yeah, but those always have like 5,000 people watching it. So it's like
Yeah.
maybe that's
true.
because they're bigger.
We'll see. We'll cook up something. We'll cook up something. We're going live. We'll yeah. We'll do something. We'll think of something. Let's just do an ASMR live. But, all right, we better wrap up. We're at
Yeah, we're at 45 minutes.
Over 40 minutes. Yeah.
That's enough. That's enough of our voices for the day, I think.
Yeah, that's a good ep. What's our closing thoughts today, Logan? We should do a closing thoughts today. Or a closing thoughts.
My closing thoughts are, if you're addicted to crack right now, just come up with something like a pillow and sell the shit out of it, and you'll probably be fine.
Yeah. If you're addicted to crack right now and you feel like you have no hope, just come up with an idea and build it into a $500 million business. That's really all you have to do to become not addicted to crack.
Pretty much. Like, if you're an alcoholic, just stop drinking.
I think those are good closing thoughts.
Yeah. Yep. Or if you can't, if you haven't ran a marathon and you don't think you can do it, just run a marathon.
Go around your room 3,000 times. It's not that fucking hard. Some kid on TikTok Live did it.
Yeah. And that kid was not an athlete. You could tell.
Kind of, though. He was like high school age, though. He was probably
true.
17. But
yeah.
I don't know. All right.
Well, that's episode 11.
What a fucking app, baby.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
Good night.